Hey guys, welcome back to Fully Defined. Build and Learn is a series where LEGO builds and SolidWorks skills come together. Now, in this episode, how to put this, we are fixing a lot of errors, and those errors are self-inflicted because we didn't do enough research at the start of the project to really nail down the dimensions. I have spoken about that in some previous lessons, and we tweaked them, but it's at this point of our assembly, similar to what you see on screen. We've done about 19 steps where we're starting to see more parts that don't quite fit together because we're mating them on different planes, on different angles, and some are long and some are short, and it's just not working out. So let's go to the video and see how I address that, how I research, and settle on some dimensions that we use for the rest of the project going forward. Check it out. Vertical grip and a mate in these faces, flip that around and tick that down again. Let's add them to our mirror. Slide 2, there we go. Our first instance of a mirror not working as intended. So let's save this and let's go to this mirror component. I'm going to click on the next arrow, and this is where we can see the previews of all the parts that are being mirrored. Find our plate corner. For some reason here, the setting, it's changed. The one that SolidWorks has guessed, it's not been the right one. So I'm just going to flip that around to the one that works. And if there isn't one that works, then we have to go through some of the next selections. So it should be this one. We're going to align it to this edge or set segment. So align to reference. Must be linear and parallel to the mirror plane. That one. Can we use that one as a reference? No. Can we use this edge? No. Can we use? Okay. That doesn't want to mirror it the right way. We have two options. We can insert another component that is separate to the mirror and just remate it. Or we can select our next option here, which is to create an opposite hand version of this part. Now, what that does is creates an opposite hand version as a configuration within the part file, and that can get very complicated when you have other configurations in that part file already. So I don't really want to do that for this part. I think what I'm actually going to do is back out and not include this in the mirror. And I'm going to make my own duplicate and update, just redo the mates and to put that in as a separate part. Much simpler. Okay, fantastic stuff. I think we are nearly halfway through. Step 18 of, oh no. There's quite a way to go. Lots of fun parts still left to model. Some gears, some more rounds, steering wheels, plenty of fun left to have. Okay, let's just say that this marker is a bit deceptive here. Oh, it's a quarter of the way through. Okay, we're a quarter of the way through. Awesome, let's keep going. All right, hey guys, welcome back. So before we move on, before we get even deeper into the LEGO modeling world, I thought it would be a good idea for me to do some more background research on the dimensions of the LEGO bricks. The original dimension that we'd been sort of writing off this question on Quora here, and the dimensions and numbers on these drawings actually appear to be a little bit off. Okay, so many others are actually using these dimensions here, which just simplifies things a little bit. This also is copied across on a GrabCAD tutorial and on this brick geometry, Bricks by the Bay build ward, where there's a few better dimensions and some more information on units. So we are going to change some of our dimensions in our parts, in our parts library that we've created so far, and then fix any issues that come across in the assembly. So look, this is a great chance to show going through that process to understand what we need to do. So we are going to work through our assembly. I'm going to work through part by part to make sure that we've got the right units of measurements in each, or the right dimensions in each of our different types of files. So let's start here. A normal block being 15.8 is correct, and the height of that being 3.2, also correct. It's good. Then the top one, this height of, let's say the Lego dot, the circular bit on top, is actually 1.7, so that'll change. And the diameter of those actually 4.8 or 4.85. So that's going to simplify things. And the pitch between them, which is center to center, is actually going to be 8. So where we had 7.9 as our key, is actually going to be 8. And we can see how that simplifies everything. It means the gaps on the outsides are 1.5, the gaps on the insides are 1.6. That makes a lot more sense. Now, we're not going to, some of these dimensions are suppressed. We will go through each of the configurations to update them. This does not tell you a wall thickness, but I'm fairly comfortable with our 1.2 millimeter wall thickness. And our holes on the bottom, again, I'm not sure if these documents give that detail, but what we might do is simplify. Simplify to round it down to 6.8. Round up to 6.8. Okay, now that's that configuration. Let's jump into another configuration just to see how this goes. So this is 15.8 by, is it going to be 8? I think it will be. No, 7.8. Where I had 7.9, it's actually 7.8 for a single brick. So where this is cut in half, which is cut here, 7.9. We have from there 3.9, from here to here is 4. So it's this face that we're actually going to offset 0.1. So the total is 7.8, and that these remain in the center, 3.9 to either side. So that is there. The little one underneath, they do have a dimension on this one here saying that it's 3.2. And it actually shows the wall thickness as well as 1.6. So we can change our wall thickness, 1.6, and this to 3.2. That's fine. Okay, now let's go to 2.3, 2 by 3, and check our numbers. So this will change to 8. That remains 8 and 8. A shell 1.6, that has been rounded. And the pattern here, we increase to 8 as well. And now that should work across all configurations. We should have all the numbers correct. So you just have to update this pattern, shell, and this pattern, and then we're done. Okay, so that is plate 2. Now, we can see that's creating lots of errors in our assembly. That is okay. We need to go through and do the same changes to the rest of our files. 3.2, so this will be 1.7. So then at 4.8, this will increase to 8. We need to add in the move face, 0.1 of a millimeter. So this line becomes 7.8. The shell changes to 1.6, and then this boss becomes 3.2. These details could remain the same. Okay, let's save that one and move down the line. So we're going to go through one by one for everything that is unique. And look, this is a bit of an annoying process, but once we get them right and set up correctly, it's going to simplify things for a long time going forward. And see, this one here actually has 1.6 for the height of that little section going up, whereas this one has 1.7. I would prefer to do 1.6 because it's a multiple of 0.8. Makes a lot more sense. So we will go back to some of those files and get them in line as well. And just to talk about the wall thickness, that's the other one that I'd love to have confirmed. I don't know if that will happen. There's a lot here on different geometry of bricks and some of the triangles, but not on the actual wall thicknesses. And stick with 1.6. 2 for that. All right, so let's just go to this one and change this to 1.6 and then do the same for this one. Okay, we're able to do this so quickly because we have Instant 3D on and we have set up our models to be parametric. So our models function really well with these changes. Hit that one. All right, what's going on here? Something is wrong. Extrude should work. 0 thickness geometry, hey? So because the size of these is now perfectly in line with the edges, that's what's going on. Oh, that's outside. So that's the bit that doesn't make sense to me, and why I thought 1.2 made sense, because you can see there's interference. And if the brick is coming up to the one above it, then maybe that's how they work. So let's just work out what's going on here. This one is trying to come down to this face. Let's unmerge, and then we can do a combine feature. Show the problem. It's the side walls. Okay, select the contours. That, urge. Wait, this one and this one. No, move this one. Yes, that works. Okay, what's going on? That face right on the edge, so it doesn't want to do it. So how we can fix that is go back here, go to this step and do some delete faces, and then this merge should work without issue. There we go. Cool. Cut extrude. Yep. Nice. Holds 3.2. Pins 3.2. Going through all the bodies. This merge here should actually merge everything, all bodies. Better. Okay. Okay, we are getting there. Now, height of the brick, 9.6 is correct. It's good to know. This one, 2.6. Let's just check. What is the wall thickness of a Lego brick? Yeah, 1.6 doesn't make sense because it's a multiple 0.8. And then there's a comment here talking about 1.2, and this is 1.2. I reckon 1.2. Lego bricks have a draft angle of 0.5 degrees. Nice. And small fillets. Fillet on the bottom edges. Cool. Okay, I like that. I'm not going to worry about the draft angles. All right, that's enough for me to go. So they're going to be 1.2. Let's go back to the parts and just check on each of these. We'll stick with 1.2 for the shells. 1.6 doesn't feel right. I can in the assembly, which makes it easy enough. Back to the brick. Checking out details. This one was really cool. Yeah, I do like that brick file. Brackets. Done this one. Slope, spine, plate's fine. Another slope, probably, well, actually they might be 7.9 instead of 8. Yeah, I'll just change that. This is a single brick though, so it's going to be 7.8 by 7.8, whereas the 2 sloper will be 8, 15.8. Does that seem right? We want to add the fillets to the bottom edges as well. Actually, I think this will remain 8 in the 1, 8. We'll come back to it. All right, nearly done with our issues. Nearly done with our cleanup. How many issues left to resolve before we get really any mate issues? I wonder. You're pretty close. What doesn't fit? This one. 4.8, 2, 4.8, 8. Arbitrary face set. This one. The plate 1 by. This should be the last one to fix. Wait, 8 or 7.8? Because there's only a single. Only 7.8. 4.8, 8. 1.6. Intervals of 8. And patterns of 8. Shell in 3.2 for these. Maybe that is it. So still we have mate issues. I think a lot of them are going to come down to some parts not having like this kind of mate here. So this one, for instance, is 7.8. This one is 15.8. Shouldn't be on that edge. This edge here. That causes a problem. So I have to redo this mate to get that to line up. That's fine. That is fine. Okay. Cool. So this is how we're going to work through our mate issues. And here we can see that is much better and we get the gap between the parts as we expect. That's good. Now as we build these up, we should see that the fit works. There's clearance where it should be. There's a mate issue here. This one can be resolved with a concentric mate. You can see there's a little gap there. Sucks. Little gap there. All right, we start to get a bit more realism out of our brick as well. That mate doesn't work. Will it be this and this? Yes. So again, little gap. It's starting to get more realistic. Another mate issue. Once again, there's going to be a gap. This can be parallel, and these two should be sitting on top of each other. Not sure if we updated that file. Let's check. Looks okay. That looks fine. I'm curious on that. I'm very curious on that part to see if it fits. Tell you what, those ribs definitely don't fit. They do not fit at all. 2, 1.6, 1.5. Later we'll do an interference check. See that face, no one that matches. I think maybe it should. Maybe not. Parallel. So where is this one supposed to make? Yeah, found an issue here. What is driving those? No, that's not right. Should be 8. You could just change the dimension. It's fine. It's not fine. It's tangents and shouldn't be tangent like that. Should be tangent like that. And that should have a dimension like this. Yeah, no, that's not the mate for it. It's this one. No, it's not that. It's a tricky one to make. Did I not get it? Right. Hate after the too small. 4.8. Well, darn. There we go. Put it out. All right, there we have it. So a little bit of clean up, a little bit of tidying up, but we're done now. Going forward, using that 8mm dimension and multiples of 0.8 for any details is going to be a bit of a rule. That'll hold us in good stead for finishing off the rest of these parts and the rest of the model. So, all right, stay tuned. Catch you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Really appreciate that. This has been the LEGO Build and Learn series by Fully Defined. If the next video has been released, it'll be on the top link to your right. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and leave a comment below with what you'd like to see next. Your feedback is what motivates me to provide more content. See you in the next one.